Hi, I'm Jim Bullard. I'm Dean of the Daniel School of Business here at Purdue University. Yeah, inflation has come down a lot from where we were last year at this time, with a 4% range somewhere. Now it's more in the 2% range somewhere. So a lot of reduction in inflation, so definitely good news. I think a lot of households feel like they don't like the higher prices, but the prices aren't going up as fast as they were. So from the Federal Reserve's perspective, that's definitely good news. I think that the Fed's policy has been successful. The Fed got very aggressive in 2022, and you saw a lot of inflation reduction in 2023, and now a little bit more in 2024. So we're in pretty good shape, and I think that the committee is probably ready to begin lowering the policy rate. Yeah, markets don't like uncertainty, and there continues to be uncertainty weighing on markets from the war in Ukraine and the war in the Middle East. So those are big factors. They've been with us for a little while, so maybe we've gotten used to them to some degree, but there's still a lot of uncertainty around both those events. There's election uncertainty in the U.S. It's been a very volatile couple of weeks in the political world, so investors are trying to map out what they think might happen with the U.S. election. That tends to be a very pivotal event both for the U.S. and the global economy. And you've got this year had a big run up in a lot of the tech group of stocks, and so I think investors are wondering whether that's run out of gas or not, and so there's uncertainty around that as well. Yeah, I think when you think about recession risk, we always live with the possibility that a recession would occur, the same way that we live with the possibility that a thunderstorm might occur or a tornado might occur, here in the Midwest anyway. And you don't really know when those things might develop, and so there's always underlying risk. I don't think that the risk right now is any higher than it would normally be, but it's always a possibility, and so policy has to guard against that. I think the labor market has normalized quite a bit from where it was 2 years ago. The number of jobs per unemployed worker has come down to about 1.2. That's about what it was before the pandemic. So we're 5 years on from that, but it shows you how big a disruption the pandemic was. And the unemployment rate has ticked up a little bit, but the 3% type unemployment rates that we saw are really abnormally low for the U.S. That isn't a typical number in the post-war era for the U.S. So something in the 4% range is more common, and so I think you should read the labor market as normalizing, not as moving into recession stage at this point anyway. So, of course you always have to keep an eye on these things, but for now it very much looks like a soft landing for the U.S. economy. I think the labor market has normalized, inflation has come way down, not quite all the way to target, and now it looks like the policy rate can start to come down to a more normal level as well.